make sure that I have everything all situated here. I'm going to drop a link in the chat real fast. Boom. So, my name is Astraeus Cat Yodi. I'm your resident psychopath. No, I'm not. Resident veterinary technician who happens to also be inebriated somewhat to a degree. I swear a lot, so I apologize, but not really. What that is to say is that you please take into account the fact that there will be bad words in this stream. Nothing racist or ableist, but there's a lot of fuck and shit and god damn it. So, yes, please make sure that you consult your veterinarian whenever you have an actual question about your own pet. Nobody knows your pet better than you and your veterinarian as a team. Keep in mind that all of my own experience is limited and based only in my own education and personal experience. With that, let us begin. I apologize if the sound is a little wonky. I just now fixed it. But let me know if volume is too high on either my voice or the game itself. And I will see what I can do. Hopefully I don't break it again. Anyway, today's subject is urban mushing. What the fuck is urban mushing? So apparently a lot of people decided that dog sledding seemed like a fun and cool thing to do. And while it does seem like a fun and cool thing to do, perhaps it should be one of those things that is done by somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Thus was born urban mushing. You consult your veterinarian about my swearing. They'll probably tell me to take some kind of a sedative. So urban mushing is specifically a sport. Yes, I did say that correctly. It's a sport. There are competitions. There's all kinds of cool shit like that. There's little races and not like people races, but like go around and race against each other kind of races. Hold on. My mod has entered the room.
Your voice is pretty low.
Oh, my voice is pretty low, he says. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Maybe I should up my voice volume a bit. Hang on. Paused. Settings? No. Settings? Nay, audio. How about... No, that didn't do it. Maybe that did do it. I don't know. Maybe that did it? I don't know. Oh, hell. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I only just now fixed this damn thing. Let's see if that works. That works? That works. Okay, good. Sounds good. All right. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Urban mushing. So, essentially... See if I can use this thing. I suck at aiming these. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so is the sport of using your dogs to pull you in some fashion or another. To wit, if you have ever seen somebody, doing a sled race with sled dogs, that is essentially what urban mushing is, just in a more, urban setting. Which is to say, you can do it in your cities. You can do it in the urban areas of America, I guess. I don't fucking know how to classify that. You can do it in parks. You can do it on beaches. You can do it in the streets. Yay, Butterball! Yes, I'll get to the poodle part here in a minute. Ow! Shit, that was a bad place to pause. Okay, I died. So, yes, you can basically do it anywhere that it's safe to have your dogs. Which is to say, I don't recommend doing it in the middle of the street, because that could end up very bad for you. As was pointed out in the chat, you could get run over by a car. So please exercise caution when taking your dogs out, pulling you on a sled or anything to the equivalent thereof. Now, when I say to the equivalent thereof, I do actually mean that urban mushing does not mean that you have to have a sled. Nor does it mean you have to have a team of dogs. You can have just one dog. There's different methods of being pulled. So, typically speaking, when you are urban mushing and you are getting your feet wet in this particular sport, you start out by running with your dog and having them pull you while you're running. I want to preface, I never said this sport was safe. This requires you having a bungee leash, which you attach to around your hips, and so as you are running, you are having this animal also pull you, therefore adding to your forward momentum. Again, I want to preface, I never said that this activity was safe. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So, where was I? Trying to make sure I don't breathe into the microphone. Nobody wants to hear my hard consonants. So, yes, I forget all of the names. They all have Swedish pronunciations and general themes. So it's something like Jogger Jorgen or something like that. I swear I'm messing this up, but we'll just call them by English translations so that we can tell what the fuck we're talking about. So yes, there is the English equivalent of jogging with your dog pulling you, and it's apparently effective. You basically have your dog, as I said, pull you forward-ish. As you attempt to jog without falling and dying somehow. You also have the idea that you do not trip and fall, because if you trip and fall, you will certainly meet your end. Oh, that's the one I wanted, and then that's X, and then that's no, but fuck that one. No shit, wrong button. That's the nope. That's the one. What's the one I? There we are. Okay. God damn. It's like I have to remember this fucking game every single fucking time I load it up. Anyway. Yeah. So it's a bungee leash. So in theory, there is some give so they don't just yank you along by your midsection. Yeah, you're supposed to leash around your waist. So that's one way. Another way is by doing this on your rollerblades or on skateboard. Similarly, you have a bungee leash. That seems to be a common theme in most of these things. It permits you to let go of the leash a little bit more. You don't have it tethered around your waist. It just sits in your hand, and hopefully you don't die. Advantages being that you are not leashed to the animal when it is running. Disadvantages being that you have very little control. Yeah, around your waist. You don't have a whole lot of control in terms of steering. Typically speaking, an animal that is trained, in quotation marks, to urban mushing does in fact know commands for left and right using the terms used in aircraft, such as G and HA, and your animal is supposed to know these. So if you go G, they're supposed to go right, and go HA, they're supposed to go left. I never said that I actually understood this. And that's how you get around. But if you are on a skateboard, or you are on a set of rollerblades in particular, because you really cannot get off of the rollerblades if your dog decides to start pulling you into direct traffic. Also, downhill is probably pretty interesting, but then again, I expect more people have coordination that I don't have on skateboards and rollerblades. So, take that with a huge, huge, huge grain of salt. I will also state for the record that this is true of any of these. So, we've upgraded now from jogging with your dog tied around your waist to being pulled on a bungee leash with rollerblades attached to your feet or a skateboard, which ostensibly at least you can jump off of the skateboard. To Jiha, yeah. This sounds like that game in grade school where you do a 3-legged race, except your partner is now a dog that's apparently trained as a jet fighter pilot. That is pretty startlingly accurate, actually. Oh, hang on, cutscene. She's angry! Wow, she's afraid of it. We go up. So, sorry, cutscene over. So we've gone from those two to the third option, which is a different set of wheels. By this, I mean a bike or some other wheeled instrument, such as a cart or basically a sulky is what they call it. What happens if I go down there? Death. Death happens if I go down there. Okay, so let's not go down that way. So let's take the bike. A bicycle can be used in urban mushing. Oh shit, I broke it. I broke it. Oh, I didn't break it. Okay, cool. Oh, fuck off, you. There are, of course, all kinds of hazards to just outright going and tying your dog to a bike, because obviously there's ways that it can easily get tangled into your mechanics, running in front of your wheels or tires, which I guess are the same things on bicycles. So when I say I'm bad at the combat in this game, I say I'm bad at the combat in this game because I actually am. You know what? There. Well, that didn't actually do very much. So yes, you can have a bicycle with your dog pulling you. It is not recommended to just take your bike as it is and... Oh, shit. Where? What happens if I push the button again? Oh, I can't push the button again. What happens if I go this way? Oh, oh. But that's death down there. Why would I ever want to go down here again? There's got to be a reason. To be explained later. So there are setups for bicycles. I shit you not, there are little things that look like the club as used for steering wheels on your fucking... Exploding octopus. As seen on a car steering wheel. Oh, Jesus Christ, this place is full of angry... Shit. This is going to be really difficult to talk about this subject while I'm being exploded at. Oh, a tree. Ow. An octopus. By our powers combined, indeed. Your dog is a mechanic. Okay, can your dog work on my car? Launch. Hold this and launch yourself in any direction. Why? Don't mind if I do. What button is that to assign things? Oh, it's that one. So I actually wanted that on the Y, and I want the jumpy bit on B, so that I can just do that. Hell yes! I love this ability. Oh, God. Ow. Okay, I don't love that, though. Oh, fuck. So, yeah, there's literally a harness for your bicycle, ow, motherfucker, that, I shit you not, your dog rides under the U shape of it. And it's just a metal thing that holds your dog in place next to you while you run, and that's how it powers you to be able to use dog power to drive. Look, I never said this made sense. So, yes, you have a dog-powered motorcycle. Not motorcycle. Bicycle. Please don't try to use a motorcycle for urban mushing. My God. Yes, thank you. I don't need that. Oh, that's right. He flies a jet now. So, shit. Slacks. Okay. Woo. Okay, that was close. There are also leads that you can put in front of your bike. Don't ask me how those work, because that seems like a tremendously bad idea to me. Just throwing that out there, that you probably shouldn't. Can one of you throw a thing at me, please? Ow. So that I don't just die in spikes. That'd be awesome. You're gonna just laser me, aren't you? Yep. Cool. God damn, I hate this area. Shit. How do I... What? Cool. All right. I fucking made it. Jesus Christ. This is going to be really hard to talk about things. Anyway, so I don't recommend just putting your dog in front of your bicycle. But apparently there are setups for that. I don't know how they work. I'm not sure how they work. I didn't research that part too terribly much, to be completely honest. How do I get... Okay, so apparently I can just climb, I guess. But I don't really want to... Oh, there's a thingy over there. Now you tell me. I didn't actually want to shoot downwards, but okay. What if I can... No, that's where I came through. Oh, go up! Okay. There we go. Oh, fuck me running. Okay, so... Other than a bicycle with a harness attachment for your dog, you can also attempt to... Ow. You can also attempt to get yourself a kick scooter, which looks like a bike, but has that little flat part to it that, you know, you used to have back in the 90s when everybody was running around on little scooters and it was super cute and all that wonderful shit. Ow. Ooh. Oh, shit. How about you stop fucking doing that? There we go. Motorcycle for urban mushing could work if you put the dog in the sidecar. That would work, though that would defeat the whole mushing aspect of things. Ooh, another plot point. Yeah. Is there anything over here? No, just more death. Okay. Evil pink. Usually it's evil green. So, the kick scooter is a little bit more... plot point. A little bit more useful. Oh yeah, that's right. Mom and Uncle were coming to look for me. Damn, this is a really big willow. Ew. So, where was I? Fucking exploding octopuses. That's where I am. No, don't go out the... Is the exploding octopus still there? No. Awesome. Cool. So... What?
It's a really big willow?
Yes, it's a really big willow.
Or it's giant wood?
You and your... What? Ugh. My husband is apparently making really bad jokes about giant wood. So, Nah. The advantages of the kick scooter are, one, that you can easily break or dismount, which you can't necessarily on a instant death on a bicycle. However, it also comes with better setup for things like a harness that you can strap your dogs to in terms of the front. There is a lead line that you can get that prevents them from being able to just run off with you. But additionally, you can throw your feet on the brakes or step off if they do decide to not listen to you. It's a funny thing. I know a couple of people into urban mushing, and the oddest thing is that they keep on talking about how poorly behaved their dogs are and how they never listen. And I'm just like, so why do you mush with this dog? Ow, 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 ow. I'm getting the shit beat out of me. Hang on. Ah, exploding octopus. And was I supposed to go this way? I don't even know anymore. So there are advantages to the kick scooter in that regard. You can set up a kick scooter like you would with a bicycle, but typically speaking, it's a little bit more expensive. However, the scooter itself is expensive as fuck, and by that I mean a standard run-of-the-mill get you involved in the sport kick scooter is about $900. So this is not obviously a sport for people who are poor, like myself. I'm not really poor, but still. Ah, shit! Don't go that way. Ow. Fuck! Well, that was a really bad place to be. Okay. Now that I know what's coming, at least. That is not the thing I wanted to do. 2, 3, up. Okay, don't hit it with your face, Ori. Okay, what? Oh, I'm supposed to go down into the place of death in order to... No, don't hit it with your face. All right, I'm just going to hang out down here with the place of death in order to not die. Cool. That totally worked somehow in a really weird way. And now I have a shortcut to get out. I don't know if that actually helped me any. Back to the subject at hand. So, kick scooters are a thing. Bicycle harnesses are a thing. There's also the concept of a cart. Literally a cart with 4 little wheels. Looks like a wagon, honestly. It is. It's dog sledding for crackheads. But it's just basically a little cart that you hitch your dog up to like it was a little tiny pony and ride around in the cart. Sounds simple enough, right? Now, you have to be careful to not necessarily do this with just any dog. They recommend medium to large dogs for this, which is a funny thing for me to even bring up, because any of the other ones, apparently you can do even with small dogs. When I say that I know a couple of people who do this, I mean a couple of people who do this with everything from... God damn it, why do I keep exiting there? Everything from Akbash to Great Pyrenees to Black and Tan coonhounds to poodles. And I don't mean little poodle or big poodles. I mean little poodles. I mean fucking miniature ass poodles. People are going out there with dogs that don't weigh full 10 pounds doing this. There is a particular competition called Iron Paws. Ow, right into the... Good job, Ori. There is that competition is open to any musher for any reason. Yeah, and she did it with her Chihuahua. One of my coworkers did that with her Chihuahua. It was basically just log as many miles with your animal as you can. God damn motherfuck piece of shit. God. Ori? This is not that hard, Ori. So, yeah. However, when being pulled on a cart, apparently it's recommended to at least have a medium-sized dog, or a large-sized dog. I'm not sure why that's different than being on a scooter or a bike. Ostensibly, I guess, because you can in fact also affect some degree of, what's the word I'm looking for? Forward momentum with your bike or etc. If I can get up there. And I'm not really sure if there's any method of getting any extra forward momentum with a cart, because your feet aren't on any pedals. Why, thank you. There's no version of this where the dog pushes you on the bike instead. Just you using the dog's momentum and or willingness to participate in this activity. And finally, there's a sulky, which is different than a cart in that it has 2 wheels instead of 4. But again, the dog is completely pulling you. All of these have special harnesses. They can be extremely... Oh shit, there's an argument on rear-wheel drive versus forward-wheel drive in the chat. Okay, so... But yes, 2-wheel drive, or rather 2-wheel ride versus... what's the word I'm looking for here? 4-wheel ride. So... Oh, shit. Oh, okay, so that's where that goes. Neat. Oh, God, okay. I'm missing something. Oh, up there. I want to get up there, and I can't. There. I need to go that way. That's the way I wanted to. Ow! Motherfuck, I didn't know that was dangerous. So those are the only real ways that I know of in terms of participating in this sport, in terms of methods of mobility. Essentially, if there is a way for you to ride safely with your animal pulling you, that is a method of the sport. Now, again, this is not a cheap sport, and it is apparently fairly difficult to get into on an entry level unless you have a fairly sizable budget for it. It is touted as an excellent way to get your dog exercise, especially if you have a dog with a high exercise drive. You may note that Huskies are perfect for this. And when point in fact, one of the people I know of who does this on a regular basis does this with her Huskies. Huskies were meant for pulling. They're good at it, and they enjoy doing it. I say that without even a hint of sarcasm. They actually like to pull. So that was smart. Go right into the beam. Oh, do it again. That's because it didn't hurt enough the first time. Exploding octopus. Okay, so I would not recommend this for just any animal because of the high demand. I recently overheard, actually, a conversation between 2 of the people in my office who urban mush. Yes, I do know actually several people who do this. That they are considering no longer running with a particular person because she doesn't know when to water her dogs. Let me say that again. This person apparently runs her dogs and does not stop to give them water at appropriate times, which means that her dogs are getting overheated, they're getting dehydrated. It's a dangerous sport if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So if you have a couch potato for an animal and you just willy-nilly take them out on a 5-mile sulky race, it's going to end up bad. You're going to have a bad time. So, son of a bitch. There we go. Okay, so I need to do the thing where I fling myself, but I need to fling myself not into the laser and not also into the spikes, because that's the smart thing to do. There. Christ. I am so bad at this today. So do I recommend this as a sport to just anybody? No, not at all. Not even close. Do I recommend this for people who have highly energetic dogs who they can't get to behave properly because they never get any exercise? Not necessarily. Again, it is a very high entry level in terms of cost, in terms of knowing what the fuck you're doing. Um, and it does have a learning curve. One of my coworkers says that she's very dedicated to the sport and very happy to do it, but she's a little concerned that she's, and I quote, yet again entered into another sport that will give her concussions. So take that as you will. Typically speaking, the only sport that I've ever been involved on that gave me a concussion was, in fact, hockey. There are reasons I don't play hockey anymore. I never really even played so much as just skated around on the ice and batted a puck around. It was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but I did slip and I did manage to injure myself via a mild concussion by simply landing on the ice wrong. So, I mean, if you take that and extrapolate it to, say, asphalt, you can get really hurt doing this sport. And if you don't go with a helmet and gloves and knee pads and half a dozen other things like that, you're going to have a bad time. I don't say that to discourage anyone from this. If it seems like the kind of thing that you would be interested in, I suppose have at. It's not something that I would recommend for everyone, though, for sure. So, we've gone through the different. I don't hate. I'm just, for one thing, I'm not a Canadian at all. There's no competitive aspect here. It's just to buy an overpriced piece of metal for your bike for $900 because you're a gullible idiot. They say there's a competitive aspect to it in terms of competitions, how far you can get. There's points for various things that you can do, such as miles on sand, miles on what they consider wilderness road, which are just well-maintained trails. And you get points for this, and you enter your points, and you go to competitions, and you race each other, and that sort of a thing. But personally speaking, I don't really know if that's how most people consider things to be competitive. Not to downgrade it, but to say honestly that to many people, competition requires some element of operating against other people. And I think for the most part, urban mushing isn't. What is a sport, though? Golf is not a sport. Golf is taking a leisurely walk and hitting a ball around. I know some people would like to disagree with that. Those people are wrong. Yes, it requires skill. So does chess. I don't consider chess a sport either. So, oh, that's right. I'm supposed to do this fucking thing. Hey, you. Whee! Let's see if it actually hits anything. Nope. Cool. It's just going that way. Don't get hit by it. Don't get hit by that either. Oh shit, I can't go down that way. So again, it's not something that I would recommend for just anybody in terms of a sport. It's not even something necessarily that I would recommend for people who are looking to get into a dog-related sport. That is simply because of the fact that it is so very expensive. If you are looking to get into a high exercise kind of sport with I was in your head. That's because I married you. full contact D&D is called LARPing and or SCA, Society of Creative Anachronism. I used to do stuff like that. That is even then only loosely a sport, unless you're doing honest to God bouts. In which case, yes, that's a sport because you are competing directly against another person in a physical activity. That's typically what I consider a sport to be. But we're getting off the subject. So, in terms of... Ow. Oh, that was good. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not good. You know what, dude? You suck. Get out of my face. Ow. That was the opposite of getting out of my face, actually. Shit, that's death down there. Nope, crap. Fell in the death. LARPing is not really a sport. Again, getting off the subject. Anyway, so... There, I need a little bit of extra mana to recharge my batteries. There are agility groups that you can join to help your animal get the exercise they need if you're looking for something competitive. There are competitions in terms of who can run what courses fastest, that sort of a thing. There is also... crap. No. Death again. What was I saying? Dude, quit trying to blow me up. So I'll throw myself into spikes instead. That's brilliant. By the rate I'm going, I'm definitely not beating this tonight. There we go. But yeah, so there are other methods for engaging your dog. Or you can just, walk them or take them out to a park and play fetch or whatever it is that they would potentially like to play. So, I mean, you have options that aren't necessarily expensive in the tune of hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And then, of course, to bring it all the way back around, there is sledding. You can take your dog out and have them pull you on a sled. That does actually happen. One of the ladies in my office has such a device, a rather nice looking wooden sled. It's quite attractive looking. But at the end of the day, it also costs an arm and a leg. Shit, which button is it that does the... Where's the awesome setting? Ow, that's not the awesome setting. Oy. This shit is hard. I have a feeling I'm going to have to race down all of this shit later. How much you want to bet? Shit, which button is it that fucking does the... Oh, I'm going to burn on the death. It's that button. Cool. Oh, goddamn. All right, let's beat that squishy thing. Which, of course, then releases all these dudes who are now going to fire at me. Cool. That's awesome. There. So does anybody have any questions so far about urban mushing and its bizarreness and making it work and what kind of costs we're looking at and advantages, disadvantages? Because again, it does have advantages. It's a great source of exercise. That's not what I wanted. Shit, I'm gonna die. Okay, cool. I've already broken that thing. It's that button that does the win. Okay. This is me floating away. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Please don't kick my ass reading Rainbow. There. The autosave feature here is sort of nice sometimes, for the most part, but sometimes it's just fucking brutal, and it'll put you back at places where you're like, God damn it, I have to go through all of that again. Places like that, it's really handy though. Okay, let's see. Should I go up or to the left? What are decent techniques to get the dog not to go where it shouldn't? Where did mush even come from? The command and the name. I don't know the etymology in terms of where mush came from. If I'm not mistaken, it was a bastardized version of a word that was used by Alaskan tribes in the Yukon, etc. I could be completely fucking off base, but I believe that's where it came from. If I'm wrong, I would love for somebody to correct me because I like being corrected when I'm wrong. Apparently that makes me a fucking anomaly, but oh, good, solid ground that isn't death. All right. In terms of decent techniques, I would suggest. Ooh, I do not like this area. Starting with the ability to get your dog to stop. I'm thinking of it in terms of like a horse here. You definitely want to start slow, controlled in an area where it's enclosed would probably be best. Because if you just willy nilly go out into the wild and suggest, hey, I'm going to go ride my animal around when they have no idea what they're doing, and you just expect to kind of train them on the job, so to speak, that sounds like a really good way to end up dead. Where the fuck? Oh, okay. Well, I don't actually need to go. Stop putting me up there. I don't want to go up there. That's a dangerous, horrible death place. I would also suggest that that would be a good time to teach them the commands for turning, since those are apparently important. Son of a biscuit-eating bastard. Fuck. Are you serious? How is that helpful? Ugh. Look, little jumpy creature. How about you fuck right off? So yes, I would say start with the commands for stop, go, and turn. Another one that I have heard brought up frequently in these circles is the command for speed up or slow down. They have commands for that. Ow. Shit, don't stand there. Fuck. Don't stand there either. And then don't stand there. Jesus Christ. Who the fuck came up with this dungeon? Jesus Christ. Piss. Ow. My ass. Oh, there's a breeze there. That's why I was being carried into the... Gonna heal myself here. Okay, try not to die. Try not to die. Exploding fucking octopus. Son of a fuck. I'm just swearing now. I'm not even saying anything of use. Woo, woo, woo. Ow. Woo. Ah, son of a fuck. Wee. All right. Cool. Gorlek ore. Am I ever even going to see the Gorlek guy again? I don't even know at this point. Hey. Yes, thank you. I have 8 of them. Yay. How do I get the guy who verbally abuses his dog while mushing on a very car-ridden road to stop? Calling animal control would probably be my my guess. Verbal abuse, I would say, would be speaking to your animal in such a fashion that they feel threatened. And yes, animals can, in fact, eventually come to understand what certain words or phrases mean, because animals are a lot smarter than we think. So, it appears to be most of the questions for urban mushing, and I've got 15 minutes left to go. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit, there's a motherfucker up in that corner? That's all kinds of bullshit and a half. Quit hitting me with a thing. You'd be surprised how many people think that threatening their animal is an effective training technique. I've probably said it recently that um, the method of using shock collars makes things infinitely worse, but I don't know if I've ever actually said it out loud. I was recently informed by my husband, actually, who he's a psych guy. He knows brains better than I do, to be completely honest, which isn't saying a lot because veterinary technicians, by and large, unless they specialize in neuro shit, are only really trained to be like, oh, hey, you have these symptoms, it's this disease, this is how we treat it, the end. When it comes to behavioral shit, we have a basic behavioral idea of what's going on. But even then, if it's something that we can't solve, we usually refer to a specialist because that's what specialists do. They specialize in a thing. And then when you have a problem with that thing, you go see them and they fix it. Or at least they try to. Behavioral specialists do exist and should absolutely be utilized if you have a, hey, mini boss. Not if you have a mini boss. Recommend against seeing a behavioral specialist if you have a mini boss. Son of a bitch. Ow. Ow, you fucker. Fucker. That's not what I wanted. I want to aim it at you. Did I just... No, I didn't. Okay. Well, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where I am anymore. Alright, you know what, you asshole? I really hate aiming these things because I suck at aiming. See, also, I suck at aiming. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Now you need more rocks. Oh my god, I really hurt his feelings. Fuck. That was not the intended outcome of that statement. How are you healing, you motherfucker? You know, it'd be nice if I could actually, like, fucking hit your ass. Like that. I'm gonna just... Brute forcing it is typically how I do these things. Honestly, if somebody is being verbally abusive towards their animal, I would honestly have a talk with animal control because somebody who is verbally abusing their dog doesn't always stop at verbal abuse. And that honestly puts the dog in a position where they can and will feel threatened by random people and potentially will bite. And at that point, it becomes a, public health hazard. But unfortunately, I'll say this, even then, with a solid argument, it's really hard to actually prosecute and bring to justice people who are cruel to animals. We are only just now starting to make it a federal crime. And even then, the prosecution of that particular crime is few and far between. It's a matter of finding a DA who thinks it's worth it, honestly, which is a sad fucking statement and a very accurate one in terms of where our priorities are as a species. Like literally, it has to be. I bring up public health because it's an easy argument, honestly. Because if you can make it seem like, well, it's not just me that's worried about it, it's I'm worried about other people's safety, then it actually becomes something that they can do something about. Sometimes. Even then, it's iffy. That's the last one. I think. Yes. Yeah, that is also true. Dogs who are deemed public health risks often do not really have a chance. It's an unfortunate reality, but it is a reality that a dog deemed to be a health risk is almost certainly put into a situation where it will be euthanized. I would like to go that way, actually. Shit. Little bastard. There. For example, um, I just got a phone call today from a gentleman who his dog bit his grandson. It was his own grandson, and he immediately went to call us to let us know that that had happened and ask our advice as to what to do about it. Unfortunately, the answer is that we have to call the authorities to let them know that a dog bite has occurred, because that is, yeah, thank you for that. It's just bad. And when you report a dog bite, they have to know everything about the animal. Sometimes the animal has to be put in quarantine. If it can't be proved that it's updated on its rabies, even then, um, it's just it's just problematic in multiple directions, and you end up having a lot of situations where um, where the dog just doesn't have a choice other than being euthanized in order to make sure that the people are safe. And that sucks, but it's also for a good reason, because you can't have people going around getting mauled by dogs because people don't control them or don't um, take care of them or otherwise put them in positions where they could kill people. Dog bites are sometimes fatal. They are sometimes not and cause damage anyway. So, I mean, it's one of those things where you have to kind of take into account the fact that a lot of bad things can happen to the animal, whether or not it's their fault. Okay. So, should I beat the game or should I just fuck around and get more things that I haven't been able to get at this point and be a completionist turkey? Because I could do both. I mean, we've got 6 minutes. I could actually probably beat the game in that time. Let's do this one thing first, though. Only have 5 minutes. Don't beat it yet. Okay. So we will beat this game next time. But I can do this. I can do this. Pad the next stream with races. Honestly, if I beat this game, I will move on to the next one. I'm just not sure which one it is. Oh, fuck it. If I've got 6 minutes. Okay. You gotta leave on. Okay. If you're okay with it, Koa, I don't want to chase you off. Okay. Okay. I'm getting the go ahead. All right. Let's do this thing then. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go beat this bitch. Quite literally. Let's see here. So it is. Yeah. All right. Let's do this thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to play next time. I'm open to suggestions. I had gotten Okami to pass the first dungeon boss, if that makes any sense, the Spider Queen. So I could continue playing that. And by I'd gotten it to there, I mean when I did my marathon stream attempting to raise money for my friend Alex, if y'all remember that. Which, by the way, we raised him a lot of money. I want to thank you all for that. That gave him a chance to help keep his apartment and buy food and actually start getting a little bit of savings together to get him by until he can get a job. So here we go. Maybe some other cute animal games. Let's find out. I haven't played Dust and Elysian Tale. I've meant to do that too, which I've never played before, so that's a possibility. His little hooves. Ooh, Never Alone's a good one. I could definitely do that too. That one's much better two-player though. Well, that doesn't sound terrifying at all. It wasn't enough. Sometimes things that are dead have to be allowed to be gone. That fucking bitch. She didn't just reject it, she tried to destroy it. Alright, bitch. Game on. Now, yes, I am on easy mode because I really didn't feel like doing all of this on medium again. Medium kicked my ass. But that doesn't mean that this isn't hard to a degree. Especially when she does shit like that. Ow. Ooh, don't go that far. Shit, keep going, keep going. All right, you hose beast, get over here. Oh, come on, that should have hit her. Oh, shit. There is now no more ground for me to stand on. Oh, you think you all that? I still beat it twice on regular mode already. Are you still guys not getting any sound again? Did it default over to the other thing again? God damn. God damn, I really thought I'd fix the sound issue again. I'm sorry. The music is like the best part of this game, to be completely honest. Yeah, if you haven't played this game yourself, you really should, especially start with the first one, obviously, if you haven't. Hey, look, it's all the friends we made. And hey, look, her wing is healed. I fucking love the Moki. I just do. They're amazing little creatures, and I love them. And if you look carefully in the bark, you see the friends. And that's the end of the game. And as I understand it, that's the end of the Ori series. They will not be making another. So thank you for staying another 10 minutes with me, even though I didn't really do or say a whole lot there at the last bit. I will have a poll next time to not talk about which subject, but to which game I should start playing. Thank you for joining me on this, actually. It's been awesome. I'm glad that you're all here. I appreciate the company for sure. And next week, we'll be talking about declawing, why you shouldn't do it, why it's horrible, and why I absolutely hate everybody who does it, and why there is no excuse for chopping off your cat's toes. On that note, be good to yourselves, be good to your pets. Always ask your veterinarian again if you have any questions or concerns. I will, of course, help you if I can, to the extent of my knowledge. Feel free to always message me on Twitter. Failing that, we will see you next week. And wear your mask, wash your hands, socially distance so that we all can get past this. Adios, folk. Be good.